you can be motivated, you can be intelligent, but if you are disorganized and ineffective in your actions, then failure will be your close companion. If you are new here, my name is Treviana, and on this channel, I talk about all of the things that I have done, the things that I've failed in, the things that I've succeeded in, all of what has gotten me to successfully making money with digital products online. I give you everything, the things that have worked, the things that have not worked. And I give you all of this information so that you can apply it to your own strategy and get to the money online, because there absolutely is money online to be made. So if that is something that you are interested in, let's get right into the video. I've heard people say that there is no shortcut, but I disagree with that. The shortcut to making money online is having a strategy. When I started making money online with my digital products, it wasn't because my digital product is the best digital products, because unless you have actually purchased a digital product, you don't even know how good my digital product actually is. But it's the fact that I implemented a strategy in my system. I started following a system in my business that has proven to me that it works, right? So if you are looking for a shortcut, the shortcut is strategy, right? You're still going to have to put in work. There are things that you're going to have to do to get to your first sale and to get to continuous sales. But with the strategy, literally all you have to do is rinse and repeat what you are doing that's actually working. And that's what got me to making money online. So I don't listen to all of what everybody else is talking about in terms of just creating the digital products and uploading it to your Stan.store, because that has not been my experience. I did not make all of the money that I made just by creating my digital products and uploading it to my beacons, right? I did not make the money that I made online because I spent 6 months creating the digital product, making sure that it was perfect. None of that made me money online more than having an actual strategy. Understanding things like buyer psychology, right? Simple things, y'all. It's not rocket science. It's just the fact that you don't know these things, right? Buyer psychology really is simple things like solidifying your authority in the subject matter, right? Making people understand that you have the information that they need, that you have already experienced the things that they are trying to experience. So the more you talk about what it is that you are solving for them or helping them solve, the more they start to trust you. Things like people have to be able to like you and trust your brand in order to invest in you, right? People don't buy products, they buy transformation and they buy solutions, right? They don't care about you, they don't care about your goals on what you are trying to achieve in your business. People are buying the transformation that you are conveying and explaining to them that your product helps them solve, right? And so just things like simple things like consistency, right? Even though that's not simple, because you would think that showing up for your business in the same way that we show up for work every single day would be a no-brainer. But a lot of the times, and I am guilty of this as well, we show up more for our work. We make sure we show up on time to our job. We make sure that we take our 30 minutes or our 1 hour breaks. We make sure that we are showing up. We're doing all the work that we need to do. We make sure that we are in good standing with our supervisor. And when it comes to our business, we don't show up with the same integrity that we would at our job. Consistency actually really is one of the main things that gets you to where you want to get to in your digital business. You don't have the things that you desire right now because the fact of the matter is that you are not the person that you need to be in order to align and attract those things. I don't care how many degrees we might have. I don't care how smart and educated we might be, how beautiful, how handsome we are. If we don't have the things that we are desiring right now in our lives, it's because we are not the version of ourselves that we have to be in order to attract those things and in order to be in alignment with those things. Reading this book called Why People Fail, 16 Obstacles to Success and How to Overcome Them by Simon Reynolds. I've read this book countless of times. Like I can't even remember. I don't even know how many times I've read it. That's how many times I've read it. And I was just kind of actually skimming through it. Not even so much reading it, but as you can see, like I have notes and just all over the book is highlighted from things that stood out to me. I started reading this book when I was in my phase of wanting to change my mindset and change who I was at the time. Like, I just did not like who I had become. And I got very, what's the word? I got desperate. I got desperate to change my mindset because I realized that the way that I was thinking, the way that I was just going about life was just not, it wasn't working for me, right? And so I just started reading a bunch of books. This one was one of them, The Power of Now, um, The Four Agreements. Like, I could give you a ton of books to read if you are trying to change your mindset. But as I was skimming, I noticed that it said here, you can be motivated, you can be intelligent, but if you are disorganized and ineffective in your actions, then failure will be your close companion. When I first created my first digital product in 2019, I thought that I was the shit, right? Because I had created a digital product, and I just knew that now that the digital product was created, now that I can call myself an author, now that I can call myself a creator, I set out to do something and I did it. I was going to make all of this money, right? And I had all of the motivation in the world to complete the digital product and to put it together. But then when it came to actually doing the part that got the digital product to sell, I chickened out, right? And I hid from the camera, and I just did not want to market or promote my digital product because I just did not want to be in the limelight. I did not want to talk about the thing that I have done. And now that I think about it, it's so crazy to me that it took me all of this time to actually do the things that I needed to do because I could have made so much more money even back then had I gotten out of my own way. I needed that experience to show me my blind spots. I needed the experience of actually creating the digital product and not making any money from it to show me that the problem wasn't that I wasn't smart, right? The problem wasn't that I wasn't motivated and that I couldn't start something and actually finish it. The problem was that I had a self worth issue. I did not feel confident. I did not feel worthy. I did not feel like I could actually get in front of a camera and start talking about my digital product. What that showed me was I wasn't as confident as I was portraying myself to be. Because if you saw me in regular life, you would think that I was so confident, right? I had just created a digital product, a whole journal, okay? I had uploaded it to Amazon KDP, okay? Nobody could not tell me that I was not her. But then when it came to talking about the things that I had experienced, when it came to actually showing up for myself, I couldn't do that. And I feel like a large part of that was because I was telling myself that I had created my journal to help somebody else. Now that I think about it, I created that journal and I wanted that journal to sell, not for anybody else, not to serve anybody else. I was literally serving that part of my ego that needed to feel like I accomplished something, that needed to feel like I did something, right? And it wasn't truly to actually serve the people that I thought I was going to be serving. Creating that digital product, I needed to create that so that I could feel like I did something, I accomplished something in my life. And I used the guise of, oh, I want to create something that could help somebody else. Part of me probably did, but the majority of it was more so you're creating this because you want to feel accomplished. You want to feel like you did something, right? And I needed to feel that in that moment. So I'm not knocking myself or that version of me for needing to feel that, right? Or for having that purpose behind actually creating the digital products because the digital product that I created in fact really did help me, right? It was a journal. In fact, I have it right here. This was my first digital product that I created, right? And it's actually a physical product, but I uploaded it to Amazon KDP, and you could download the what's the PDF version of it. But it has like dust and stuff all over it because I haven't looked at this journal in so long. I haven't used it in so long. I actually like used it. Okay. I used the digital product that I created. And so in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm using this product. This product is going to help somebody else find themselves. But in order for me to help somebody find themselves, I had to be transparent about the fact that I needed to find myself. There it goes. That's it. Right. I did not I did not want to be transparent about the fact that I was in a place where I needed to find myself. Now, back then, I did not realize, like, just get on and talk about the reason why you had to create the discovery journal to begin with. And that will build your audience and that will build your community. And people will start to resonate with you from just the fact that you actually had to go through the the same things that that journal is going to help somebody get through, right? And y'all, now that I'm saying it out loud, it is like blowing my mind because it's things that I have been talking about on my channel, things that I am learning or thought that I was just learning in these past 5 months, but in fact, I've been learning it since 2019, right? I've been learning how important telling your story actually is. I've been learning how having an audience of people that you can connect with and that can connect with you is what is going to get you to the accomplishment that you want, right? I have been learning that it's okay to not have it all figured out and to come on and talk about your experience, right? And I didn't realize that I was learning that all of this time, but I had been learning it, right? And so I actually made it harder for myself when I just stopped. Like I literally just I didn't promote it. Like I didn't do anything. I just uploaded it to KDP. I ordered a copy for myself and that was that. If I got a few sales from the journal, that was a lot. But I didn't do anything past that, right? And I could have been so much further along if I would have just gotten out of my own way, right? If I would have just been brave enough to say, I trust that the reason why I'm in this position, the reason why I went through the things that I went through is to be able to talk to somebody else about my experience. I trust that God has a plan for all of it. Our experiences is not about us, right? We waste our experiences. God does not waste our experiences. And being in digital products, I realized that in fact, it's really not about you. It's really not about me. It is about having gone through the things that we went through, having gotten through the things that we have gotten through to be able to help somebody else get through similar things. When you focus on that, when you focus on the person that you are trying to help, then it's less it's less daunting because you take the limelight off of you. It's not even about you, right? So the cameras and everything, none of it matters. What matters is the person that's sitting across from whatever content you are putting out that is actually receiving what it is that they need to hear, what it is that they need to read, right? And what is it that whatever it is that they need to get in order to get them to the next level, right? This world is about all of us literally being on our own journeys to eventually end up helping somebody on their journey, right? We are all connected. We are literally, every single thing is connected. And it's just amazing how crafty God is because not until recently I realized that, yeah, I'm making money, but I'm making money from offering value, right? But in order for me to offer value, I have to have known and felt and know that I am valuable. And I think that's part of where we get hung up because our confidence is down here. When whatever information it is that you have to share with somebody else, that is your value. If you don't think that you are valuable, you are not going to be able to get out and share what you have with the world. But it's going to eat you up because part of you is going to know that you're valuable. And then the other part, your mind is probably going to convince you that nobody wants to hear what it is that you got to say. You can't help anybody on their journey. You're still figuring it out. Nobody's going to listen to you. That's what our minds try to convince us. And the minute we start to reprogram our minds and to speak life back into ourselves, to know that I am valuable. I have information that someone wants, right? I have information that can help someone else on their journey. I have value to put out in the world. I am going to take up space. When we start to acknowledge who we are and whose we are and really start to walk and talk and be that, that's when things start to change and shift for us. But what I know for a fact is that the version of you that you are right now is not going to get you to that next level, right? The version that I was then would not have gotten me to this level, right? I had to shift some things in my mindset. I had to shift some things in my life. I had to let go of some things that were hard to let go, right? I had to kick some bad habits, right, in order to get to this place in my life. And this version of me right now is not the version of me that's going to get me to my next level. I am going to have to continue evolving, continue learning, continue growing in order for me to get to my next phase of my life, right? But the experience that I had that got me from not ever having created a digital product before to here I am now, created several digital products, and have been successful in the digital space, making money online, blowing my own mind, right? That version of me could not have stayed the same because had I decided to stay the same, I would have not been here. I had to read the books. I had to meditate. I had to journal. I had to pray, right? I had to carve out time to connect with God. I had to get on my knees and cry out to God to help remove anything that needed to be removing. I had to be intentional about wanting to change. I had to be intentional about the life that I knew God had already had planned and predestined for me, right? And so don't discount or disqualify the journey and where you are right now, because the fact that you are watching this video, the fact that you have watched other videos, that is your spirit telling you like there is something greater for you, because you're not watching this video on accident. There are no coincidences. You are exactly where you need to be, right? But you have to be intentional about where it is that you are going. I'm going to say that again. You are exactly where it is that you need to be, but you have to be intentional about where it is that you are going. So that's it for this video, you guys. I hope that you found value. I know that you found value. If you did, go ahead and click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment below what was your biggest takeaway. Comment below where you are right now on your journey and what you feel is happening in this season of your life. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.